Yo, what's up guys, it's Boogie back again with a new video. Just quickly before I get into the video, I thought I'd let everyone know, I know you see the background behind me, the last couple of videos and all that sort of stuff. I am currently living with mum and dad while our new house is getting built, so basically you're just going to have to hold out before you get a nice like little studio setup sort of thing. So I'm just working on my skills right now through all the time that we're waiting for the house to get built. I will end up doing a video of us walking through the home and you know, showing the home off a little bit. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys know that earlier on. So if you got any questions and stuff like that because of my backdrop and everything, it's basically all the shit that we got from our other house. So we moved back in with mum and dad's and then we're working on it from there. But in this video, basically, I'm just going to be running through all the games of the weekend, rapid fire, everything I thought, all the big key fantasy performers, and yeah, basically we'll just get straight into the video. So the first game on Friday, we had the Storm versus the Rabbits, and you had the Storm winning 15-14. The big fantasy performers for the Storm, we had Harry Grant with 58 points, we had Jerome Hughes with 50 points, Jesse Bromwich with 50 points, 47 points for Josh King, and 44 from Munster. The Rabbits, we had Cam Murray with 82 points, Totola with 54 points, Cook with 52 points, Graham 49, and Latrell 41. Basically in this game, it was a game of two halves. We had the Storm in the first half, really dominating the Rabbits and capitalising on all opportunities the way we've seen the Storm do with multiple times throughout the years. But then there was a twist to this game. Come to the second half, Latrell really just took apart this game. Him and Cam Murray really just brought the Rabbits back into this one. And then that crazy 45-metre field goal to tie it all up going in overtime. And then, you know, the Storm just bringing it in the end. But overall, I thought a decent game from both of these two teams. Obviously, the Rabbits will definitely keep warming up throughout the year. I think they'll be better for it. And the Storm, a couple of close up and down games for them, but, you know, I see them just keep getting better and better. They got all the players to really perform this year, so nothing too crazy on that one. So the next game, we had the Dragons and the Panthers, and we had the Panthers winning 20-16. Basically, really good game. All our key players here for the fantasy is the Dragons, Ben Hunt with 85 fantasy points, Jack DeBellum with 47 fantasy points, and then for me, underrated was Francis Molo with only 37 points, but I feel like he was instrumental for the Dragons, really holding down the middle. I'd like to see him probably get a starting spot maybe for the Dragons there. Panthers players, you had Viliami Kikau with 66 points in his 100th game, Isaiah Yeo with 68 points, Coruscant with 56, Linu with 53, and Tago with 51. So the big thing in this game was basically, you know, the Panthers really started off strong. They showed that their forwards and that defense between their 50, you know, in the opposition 50 is just crazy at the moment. They're running up as a line, putting a lot of pressure on everyone, really trying to shut down the forwards and that. But the Dragons, honestly, if they kept everyone on the field with those couple of sin binnings and everything like that, I feel like they had a really good chance to win this game. I thought they performed really well. Benny Hunt, I thought, was really good in this one. But with the Panthers, basically when Cleary comes back, this side's going to be so classy. So I'm excited for that during the year. Both teams, hold your head up high. It was a great game. So next game, we had the Roosters versus Eagles. We had the Roosters winning 26-12. The big performers in this one for the Seagulls in fantasy, we had Olakawatu with 64 points, Cherry Evans with 61 points, Lachlan Croker with 47, and Jake Travojevic with 42. Then with the Roosters, you had Nat Butcher with 72 points with a couple of nice tries and really good footwork at the line. I thought he performed well. Takiaho, 64 points, Teddy, 63 points. I thought underrated performances from Tupanua, Radley, and Sam Walker. I thought all those guys really performed really well. Radley is basically just holding everything down in the middle. The way he like engages the line to play out the back with Sam Walker and Luke Keary, it's just amazing in this one. And Tupanua, fuck man, that guy has got such great footwork for a big boy. Like, you know, he's going to be real damaging into this year. So overall, the way this game played out, the Roosters forward pack really dominated Manly in this one. It was pretty much exactly how the Panthers really did it against Manly and really shut down Tommy with at least 3 blokes on him every time. So whenever the Manly were trying to play out backs, they just kept sliding to a really covered up, like mostly around that outside. So I'd like to see Cherry Evans maybe give it to Olakawatu really early and give him footwork on the line and use Tommy more so through the middle and help them get quick play to balls and everything like that and run through like they were before. But yeah, kind of worrying signs for the Seagulls, but again, I think they're a classy outfit. They're gonna have to continue it on and really get better during out the year. I think they will. And the Roosters, this is the game which we were hoping from last week. So I'll get into it a little bit later on. I think the Knights were more so the ones to really take it upon this one. So against the Roosters in the first week. So I think the Roosters are in good stead now. They just got to continue it on throughout the year. So this one for me really touches home. Obviously the Titans getting over my Warriors 20-18. Key fantasy players for the Warriors, we had Egan with 59 points, Joshy Curran with 58, AFB with 54, and Walshy with 53. For the Titans, they had Greg Marju, who just killed us on the edge there, with 69 points. Bo Fermor with 69 points, Sexton with 61, and Fafita with 44. Basically, in this one, Brimson and the Titans attack are really, really lethal whenever they get the chance to, but I do find that they go in and out of the contest a little bit. Our boys did really, really well to fight back into that contest and go up into halftime. Even though about that try, either way you go, we got one taken off us with Chanel before that, which I thought was a try. So either way you could go, I feel like that was just a level up, basically, if you're going to give it that way. But honestly, I think just worrying signs for Montoya. We've had 2 weeks now where he's really missing. He's missing key tackles on the edge there. I think he's already let in about 6 tries at least, or 5 tries at least, to start the year, which is really frustrating overall. But I think we have ways to go. I see positives in our team. I think it's another Warriors year, which is really I think is what hurting the supporter base more than anything. Like we try to see our team be more consistent and just play off the back of that and everything like that. But injuries, errors, and penalties are always our biggest problem. We always shoot ourselves in the foot. That's why our defense always looks shot, is because we always get errors in the worst positions possible where we're defending our line way too much. But when we get the chance, we're such a lethal team that we made this a contest against the Titans. So I just can't wait till Johnson comes back. See Johnson and Walshy and Tohu to come back, But the Titans in this one, man, if you're a Titans fan, be excited. You're one step away from being one of the most lethal teams in the competition. Attack-wise, you are fucking, crazy. Defensively, that's where you kind of lack it. But I think you just need to start using Fafita a little bit better on that edge. Other than that, you're going to be in great stead for the rest of the year. So next game, we got the Sharks versus the Eels. So we had the Sharks winning 18-16. Big fantasy players for the Sharks here was Nico Hines, 84. Brayley with 63. Finucane with 57. And Wilson with 54 with a nice try at the end there. Dylan Brown for the Eels, 59. Papali'i 54, Paulo 54, and Moses 52. I think this is a really gritty, grindy game. I think the Sharks really bit into this one. It was a classic old Sharks performance, and Nico Hines is starting to warm into that halves role. The Eels, I'd see positive signs. There's still positive signs there. Don't stress about this game. It is what it is. I think you guys will be much better for it during the end of the year. I think you just need to hold up on your defenses and just those last little effort areas, basically. You let the Titans in, which is an amazing attacking outfit last week. But this week, you just gave the Sharks a little bit too much. So if you tee that on back, you're going to be a real fucking dangerous team this year. And the Sharkies, overall, I think you guys are going to be in great stead. Fitzgibbon's really showing his footy IQ and defensive IQ in this one. I think they still need to tee up a little bit in their defense. Sometimes they do get caught lacking on the edge, but other than that, I think you guys will be right. So possibly one of the most surprising games of this weekend, we had the Cowboys beating the Raiders 26-6. I know it is a tough game whenever you go up to Townsville, but the Raiders just really didn't turn up fully in this one. They got really shut out in this game. I think the Cowboys just made it real grindy and just took it out of them. But key fantasy performers in this one, we had Hiku of 46. Fucking playing. So key fantasy performers, we had Hiku with 46, we had Hess with 45, we had Robson with 43, Tamalolo with 40. And with the Raiders, we had Harawira Nara with 48, Whiten 46, Tarpany 40, and Whitehead with 39. Again, as I was saying before, I think the Cowboys defensively, they're in great, they're a great team defensively. Attack, a lot of their tries off kicks there. I think they just really out-efforted the Raiders in this one from the middle. with great performances from like Tamalolo. I thought the Raiders really just weren't able to get in this one with a lot of possession not going their way, errors that were in their 50 that really just couldn't get him in good position in this one. So I think the Raiders would be better for it later on in the year. They'll continue getting better from this one. The Cowboys, good to see you pick up a win like this, and you know, you're actually looking pretty decent. First game on Sunday, we had the Knights versus the Tigers, and you had the Knights winning 26-4. Key fantasy performers for the Knights is Gagai at 70 points. Great game from Gagai. Frizzell 61, Clifford at 53, and Croker, their own Croker, at 43. With the Tigers, you had Leilua with 49, you had Simkin with 48, Twal with 47, you had Hastings with 40. I think, again, this is another game where the Knights are really shining this year. They, even without Ponga, they're just showing that their effort areas, their forward pack, and like strike players that they've brought into the club, like Gagai and even Clifford towards the end of the year and now this year, is playing really amazing. I thought both of them were really good in this game. The Tigers, I thought, were really disappointing. I think their shining light, as I keep saying, is Hastings. I think Hastings has been the best pickup for them. Again, it's just troubling signs for Tigers fans because you see them, like last week, they gave all their effort. They gave the Storm a really good contest. And then come to this week, they just really didn't show much at all. There was a couple of like moments there, but they really didn't. So hopefully they can get back into it. The Knights, like, you guys are looking like a top 8 squad right now. I don't know how long this holds up for. Hopefully it holds up for all year for you guys. But I think this is, better signs for the Knights. Maybe a little bit worse signs for the Tigers. But I think the Knights have been really good for that first couple of weeks. We'll have to see how you keep going. And last game, which I thought was a cracking game of the weekend, we had the Doggies versus Broncos. And you had the Broncos winning 16-10. 16-10. You had the Doggies performances from Burton with 60 points. Marshall King with 59 points. Pangai with 57 points, and King with 51 points. With the Broncos, you had Farnworth with 65, who I thought was single-handedly like really, really good in this one, brought the Broncos into it. Haas with 57, that guy's a fucking animal. I thought he was fucking amazing. Jordan Reiki with 48, and he really got into a contest with Pangai in this one, and it was good to see. And Reynolds with 46. Basically in this one, I thought this was a cracker game to end the week off. I thought the Doggies were a better team throughout the whole of this game until those little moments where they really dropped off and that the Broncos really bit at them for it. Like, they took them back. So, good signs for the Broncos overall. If that was your team a couple of years ago on that, you should be falling into either golden point or just losing that game overall. Because the way the Doggies came out, they really wanted to show something against you, and you really just held your own. Looked like a really good, like, sturdy club. There was a lot of moments there that you could have let it all go. You know, the Doggies were tearing you apart in a couple of moments there, and you made it really hard for yourselves. But it's real good signs when the Broncos, like, strike on all their opportunities that they could. And then the Doggies, like, as I keep saying, I felt they turned out in this one. They looked really, really good. And you just kept striking at them, bang, 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 and ended up winning the game. So I thought amazing effort from both squads. Like, this is a really good game for both teams that you can continue on with for the end of the season. I thought Matt Burton was amazing for the Doggies, and for the Broncos, players like Payne Haas and Farnworth were really, really good. So he's in for a good year, both teams, and I'm really excited to see how you guys go through during the year. So yeah, basically that was my wrap for the weekend, just a quick rapid fire wrap, and I hope you guys really enjoy that content. If you want like more in-depth stuff and that, I really recommend you guys to check out for fantasy, the fantasy analysis. I check him out all the time on YouTube, really good content. Shout out to all your other content creators out there doing really well, like Hold the Ball and all that sort of stuff. You guys are doing awesome. I really appreciate you guys, like all the work that you guys do. You just really help me to do what I'm doing as well, where I can bounce between content like this and I can do maybe other content later on with other stuff. And yeah, you got like, it's a good little community we have, NRL community, and you know, I really appreciate every one of you. Thank you for all the support too, guys, all the views and comments. All the subscribers. It's been amazing. I never thought it would get like this. So yeah, we'll just keep going up and up and up from here. Once I get my studio and my new home, this will all look a lot better. I know at the moment it's kind of like, you know, a bit raggedy and stuff. You know, we got boxes stacked everywhere. I'm trying to put like, you know, a shirt up and everything like that to kind of spice it up for you guys. But as soon as we get into the home, I'll spice it all up, get it all good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the weekend. Fantasy video probably coming out maybe today or tomorrow, which is backing up my team from the weekend and seeing how we went. Thank you so much for all the support. Peace out.